Welcome back to Global Tech Intentions, your global intelligence briefing, where we decode money, markets, technology, trade, and geopolitical power shifts without noise, without bias, and without borders. The world is moving fast today. Technology is changing your devices, borders are heating up again, and one country's economic strategy is reshaping global trade flows. Let's begin. Number one, the Windows 11 crisis. When a tech giant stops listening. Microsoft is one of the most powerful companies on earth. $3.8 trillion in value, over a billion PCs using Windows, 70% desktop market share. Yet millions of users feel the same thing today. Windows doesn't feel like it belongs to the user anymore. It feels like it belongs to Microsoft. Let me explain what's actually happening behind the scenes. Microsoft has shifted its business model. Their real money no longer comes from home users. It comes from cloud services, enterprise clients, Azure, Microsoft 365, corporate contracts worth billions. When a company earns most of its money from businesses, not individuals, the individual user becomes less important. And that's the root of the crisis. Windows 11 is filled with things that make users frustrated. Forced updates, ads inside the operating system, push towards Microsoft accounts, online-only setups, OneDrive syncing slowing down PCs, AI features added without fixing basic issues. People feel like their computer is watching them, nudging them, collecting data quietly in the background. Here's the simple example. Imagine you buy a house, and the builder keeps entering it without permission, adding new locks, putting ads on the walls, forcing you to use their furniture, even though you paid for the house. That's how Windows 11 feels for many users. The recall feature made this fear even stronger, an AI tool that captures screenshots of everything you do. Even after improvements, users don't trust it. And here's the twist. Despite all the frustration, Microsoft keeps growing. Why? Because companies are locked into Windows. The corporate world relies on it. And as long as the enterprise money flows in, home user complaints don't matter much inside the company. This is why Windows feels worse while Microsoft becomes richer. It's not a bug, it's a business model. Number two, Thailand and Cambodia, a border that won't stay quiet. While the tech world deals with its own crisis, Asia is dealing with a very different one. Thailand and Cambodia are fighting again. This is not a new conflict. It's a 100-year-old wound. The core issue? A small ancient temple, Priya Vihar, and the land surrounding it. Think about it like two families fighting over a piece of inherited land. Small on the map, huge in emotion. Recently, Cambodian troops accused Thailand of firing first. Thailand said Cambodia attacked their soldiers. Clashes broke out. An airstrike followed. One soldier died, others wounded. Fighter jets were mobilized. A peace deal backed by the US and Malaysia was supposed to stop this, but tensions never truly disappeared. Why does something this small matter globally? Because border conflicts in Asia can quickly pull in the US, China, ASEAN nations, global trade routes, resource supply chains. Both countries have strong nationalist emotions tied to this land. Both want to look powerful ahead of elections. Neither wants to appear weak. This is why. The border may remain quiet for a few days, but stability is fragile. And when nationalist pride meets old history, violence can return anytime. Number three, China's exploding trade surplus, how one country outsmarts the world. Now, let's move to one of the biggest economic stories of the year. China's trade surplus crossed $1 trillion. This is the largest in recorded history. Bigger than Japan's, bigger than Germany's, bigger than any country has ever seen. How is this happening? First, China produces more efficiently than almost anyone. A Chinese factory worker produces 2 to 3 times the output of an American worker while being paid far less. This makes Chinese goods extremely competitive. Second, China now dominates manufacturing. It controls 35% of global manufacturing, 20% of global exports, most of the world's EV market, a growing share of semiconductors, large parts of solar, batteries, electronics. Third, China has new customers, even as exports to the US fell because of tariffs. Exports to Southeast Asia, Africa, Latin America, Middle East, Europe increased sharply. Fourth, China uses third countries to bypass tariffs. Goods are shipped to another country first, then to the US, avoiding tariff barriers. Fifth, China keeps its currency undervalued. Child-level explanation. If India sells goods worth 100, but China sells the same goods for 70 because of a weaker currency, everyone buys from China. Smart strategy, brutal for competitors. What these three stories mean together: a tech system losing user trust, a border conflict threatening regional stability, a manufacturing superpower reshaping global trade. Completely different headlines, but deeply connected, because together they show one thing: power is shifting, not slowly, but rapidly. Technology companies are becoming political actors. Asian border tensions are now global concerns. China's manufacturing power is rewriting economic rules, and nations everywhere are adjusting their alliances and strategies. Your world, your job, income, investments, opportunities will be shaped by these shifts. This is why Global Tech and Tensions exists, to decode the world before the world decides your future. Stay informed, stay ahead, stay curious. I'll see you in the next briefing.